not to mention they coming to work, but they don't even know if they got a home to come to.
And now, to throw a variable in that,
Yeah,
sometimes people are just not wise with their money,
right. And
and
I ain't saying
that's a whole different issue in and of itself. Because then, hey, that's a different conversation. But at the end of the day, life happens.
yeah.
Car breaks down. You get injured. You get sick. There's everybody that lives paycheck to paycheck. You can't afford to get sick. You can't afford to go to the hospital. You you miss work for a week, but you're living in a box. People like that's a different type of survival.
Most families here in America can't. They're one emergency away from poverty. What I mean by that is, let's be real with us. Imagine you on your way home from work and somebody hits your shit. You out of work. You on this your rent check. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might have contingencies in place. You might have some kind of insurance. You might have some, but all that shit take time. But the rent do now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they gonna get you on the back end, but on the front end, nigga, your ass gonna find yourself on the front end or outside. And yeah, you got family and friends, and yeah, you know because they situation going on. Just because this is your shit that happened to you, you know what I'm saying? It's fucked up, but it's the reality, right? See, a lot of people think that they think that if they see a person who like homeless or some shit, they think this is a person who just fucked off all their money. You don't know. Sometimes life can happen to your ass. Like somebody,
Mm-hmm.
what if a person doing everything right, but somebody grab their bank account or some shit and just take their ass for a ride? You go to get some
Yeah.
gas at the gas station. Somebody got a scanner or some shit. Take your shit for a ride. Your credit. And meanwhile, you trying to figure out what the fuck. You don't even know what the fuck going on till your rent check bounce.
Even then, I had a conversation with somebody when with a
Yeah.
conversation with somebody like this, and these people were heavy into religion. God, everything happens for a reason. I'm saying, but I said, here's the caveat that I have to that. So, who was it in the Bible that he worshiped God? He was very well off. I want to say, was it Paul? Was it in the Bible that like he had everything and then God tested him and he lost it all?
You talking about Job?
Job. I don't know why I said Paul. Job.
Yeah.
Job literally had it all. He had everything he could ever wanted in his life, and God took it all from him. For all those people out here saying like that biblically think it's okay for things to happen to people, God's going to test you. God's going to put you through trials and tribulations. But just because you go through those trials and tribulations doesn't mean that you don't deserve a little grace along the way.
But yeah.
God allowed the devil to test Job, which means God could have stopped it if he wanted to.
Which I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes you gotta like I don't try to question God, but I be like, damn, bro.
If you don't go
You
through
know what I'm
that,
saying?
if you don't go through that fire, if you don't go through that storm, you don't go through them trials and tribulations, how you gonna appreciate the good time?
And to add to that, a lot of people want that great legacy, but in order for it to be great legacy, you gotta come through some great shit.